The communication skills that change your life aren't impressive. They're the boring ones everyone ignores. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Strategic pauses. The most boring skill. The most dangerous one. Ask a question, then stop talking. Most people panic in the silence. They rush to fill it. They explain. They justify. They oversell. And that's the moment they lose leverage. Silence does something powerful. It creates pressure. And under pressure, people reveal more than they planned. A deliberate pause forces the other person to keep talking. They clarify. They backtrack. They expose priorities, doubts, and real motives without you saying a single word. That's why high-level negotiators use it. Investors like Warren Buffett are known for long pauses, not because they're slow, because silence lets them control the frame, read the room, and spot opportunities others talk right past. Strategic silence doesn't just change conversations, it changes power dynamics, deals, respect, trust, outcomes. The less you say, the more you see. Number 2, listening more than talking. The skill that quietly changes everything. Everyone thinks communication is about saying something smart. It's not. It's about knowing when not to speak. Silence feels awkward, like you're losing control, like you're invisible. But the best communicators do the opposite. They talk less than 30% of the time. They spend the other 70% listening. Not passive listening, strategic listening. Think of conversation like fishing. Most people splash the water, make noise, scare everything away. Good listeners stay still. They watch the ripples. They notice patterns. While others are busy talking, they're collecting leverage. Needs, insecurities, priorities, hidden motivations. The kind of information that decides deals, promotions, trust, and respect. Research consistently shows people trust those who listen more than those who impress. Because talking sells ideas, but listening sells understanding. And understanding changes outcomes. It changes who gets the deal, who gets chosen, who gets followed. People don't buy from the loudest person in the room. They buy from the one who makes them feel understood first. Have you ever encountered someone who used silence to overpower you? Please comment below. Number 3, the art of mirroring. Simple, boring, powerful. You repeat what you heard, in your own words. So you're saying X because of Y. Did I get that right? That one sentence does something most people never do. It lowers defenses. The human brain is wired to relax when it feels understood. When someone mirrors your thoughts back to you, your nervous system shifts from fight to cooperate. That's why mirroring feels disarming. It's not agreement, it's acknowledgement. Think of it like holding up a mirror. People don't argue with their reflection, they correct it. Mirroring turns friction into alignment, confusion into clarity, opposition into cooperation. So top sales teams train it aggressively. Studies show reframing and reflecting can increase close rates by 20 to 40%. Not by pushing harder, but by removing resistance. Because when people feel understood, they stop defending. And when they stop defending, they start agreeing. Number 4, nonverbal mirroring. The skill no one notices, the one everyone feels. You don't copy words, you match energy, posture, tone, pace. If they lean back, you relax. If they slow down, you slow down. Not obvious, not forced, subtle. Because the human brain is a pattern recognition machine, and familiar patterns signal safety. Before logic kicks in, the nervous system decides, is this person like me or not? Think of it like tuning two radios to the same frequency. Once they're aligned, the signal comes through clean. This isn't manipulation, it's alignment. Negotiation studies show nonverbal mirroring can increase agreement rates by up to 67%. Not because you argued better, but because the other person felt safe enough to agree. Most people try to persuade with words. They're already too late. Influence starts before the first sentence finishes, when your body says, we're on the same side. Number 5, open-ended questions. The quiet leverage. You ask questions to confirm what they already think. Smart people ask questions to discover what they don't see. Yes or no questions end conversations. Open questions open doors. Instead of asking, is this a problem? Ask, what's the hardest part about this for you? And then listen. That question does something powerful. It hands control to the other person, while giving you information. Stories start to surface. Pain points, constraints, hidden objections, unspoken desires. Things people never reveal when they feel rushed or interrogated. This is why high-level operators treat questions like capital. Every good question buys insight. Every insight buys leverage. Millionaires don't chase influence, they collect information. Because the person asking the best questions doesn't just guide the conversation, they guide the outcome. Number 6, non-judgmental responses. Quiet, rare, disarming. Most people react too fast. They judge, they correct, they signal approval or rejection without realizing it. Great communicators do something different. They stay neutral, even when the idea sounds risky. Even when it's unconventional, instead of saying yes or no, they say, "That's interesting. Tell me more." That one sentence creates safety, and safety unlocks honesty. When people don't feel judged, they think out loud. They explore ideas they would normally censor. They share half-formed thoughts. That's where innovation lives. This is how trust turns into loyalty, not by agreeing with everything, but by becoming the one place where people can speak freely without punishment. People don't crave cheerleaders, they crave safe space. And the person who provides it doesn't just hear better ideas, they become indispensable. Number 7. Reading the room. The skill that decides whether you win the meeting and or lose it without knowing why. A room is never neutral. There's always energy moving. Who speaks first? Who interrupts? Who stays quiet but leans forward? Who crosses their arms when a topic comes up? Most people listen to words. Skilled communicators read signals. They notice who actually has influence, not who talks the most. They feel tension before it turns into conflict. They sense discomfort before it turns into resistance. That awareness lets them adjust in real time. Slow down, redirect, invite the right voice in, or stop before saying the wrong thing. Think of it like chess. Beginners focus on the piece in front of them. Masters read the entire board. Great leaders don't dominate the room. They orchestrate it. They know when to push, when to pause, and when silence is safer than another opinion. That's why executives who can read group energy don't just survive boardrooms. They control them, now without ever raising their voice. Number 8. Precise follow-up. This is where everything compounds. Most people think relationships are built by big moments. They're not. They're built by memory. Remembering small details from past conversations changes how people see you. Last time you mentioned Z, how did that turn out? That one sentence hits harder than compliments because it proves something rare. You paid attention. It signals respect. It signals priority. It signals long-term thinking. Most people are forgettable, not because they're boring, because they don't remember. High-level operators treat follow-ups like investments. Each detail remembered earns trust. Each trust earned unlocks access. And access is where opportunities live. This is how casual conversations turn into long-term alliances, how contacts turn into networks, and how networks quietly turn into deals worth millions. People don't stay loyal to the smartest person. They stay loyal to the one who remembers. And once you're remembered for that, you're no longer replaceable. In conclusion, these skills that change everything are rarely loud. Which one of these skills are you already using or struggling with? Please comment below. And if this helped, like the video and subscribe for more skills that work quietly but win consistently.